Women in Vancouver have been asking themselves a similar question lately. Are we dating the same guy? Hello, and welcome to the Langara Voice podcast. I'm your host, Samantha Hollomay. From canceled coffee dates and texts gone unanswered, the dating space in Vancouver can be difficult to navigate for some. But even more so if you don't have trust in the safety of the community. The Facebook group Are We Dating the Same Guy started in September 2022 by creator Alexis Daniel, and as of this recording has 18,000 members and is still continuing to grow. Women say the support around women's vulnerability when encountering men online isn't good enough, and that this group serves as a safe space for members to report infidelity or abuse, not to pick apart men's flaws. Our first guest, Taylor Feddick Mills, is a group admin who says she joined because of a time where she was misled by a man she met online. Taylor, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
Hey Sam, I'm good, thank you.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the situation that led you to join this group, Are We Dating the Same Guy?
So for mine, this was a couple years ago, but one of my friends had decided to set me up with one of her friends I might fancy. In the end, we ended up texting and making plans to meet at the Fairmount, the Pacific Rim, downtown Vancouver. And then I started noticing this one girl sitting alone a couple tables back, like diagonally behind him, and she kept looking at me. Anyways, eventually I excused myself to the washroom, went pee, started fixing my makeup in the mirror, whatever. And this girl comes in, just standing there glaring at me. And it was actually kind of scary because, like, I don't know what she's about to do. Basically, she, like, started asking me who I was and if I knew I was at the table with her boyfriend. And then she offered me $100 to leave so that she could go back to the table and join him. I don't know, I can't really remember, but I just started walking back to the table, or like at least in the public eye, so that someone could see if she started attacking me.
Oh my, definitely not an ideal situation. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Taylor. We'll now be joined by former Vancouver matchmaker Cherie Morgan. Thank you, Cerise, for being here, and hello. Cherie, what are your thoughts on this group, given your experience with dating in Vancouver?
Hate dating. That's why I started my business, actually. I hate it just because I liked it in the old days where you met somebody socially, so you at least know whether you have some kind of physical connection. Mm-hmm. So I hate online dating because of the misrepresentation, and it's so severe. You know, there's so many scammers on, there's so many lying about embellishing and putting old photos on and so on. And 9 times out of 10, when I meet somebody, I couldn't pick them out of a lineup from their photograph.
Do you think there's enough support in the community for reporting more dangerous instances?
I don't know that there is. Honestly, sadly, no, I don't think there is a lot of support. It's extremely difficult to go through, to report it, to prove it, no, I don't think there is a lot of support.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that, Cherie, and thank you even more for joining us.
You too, thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
For more insight about crime prevention laws, we reached out to the VPD in hopes to get constables to speak with us. Although they have information on their website, the Langara Voice made 4 separate attempts through phone and email to try to get in touch with a representative. The VPD has yet to respond to our email and phone requests. This highlights the lack of support people face when trying to get first-hand information on dating and crime prevention. Many people are reluctant to reach out about these things in fear that they won't be taken seriously, thus reinforcing the need for groups like Are We Dating the Same Guy? If you or someone you know is a victim of sexual assault, you can also call your local police or Victim Link BC for information and support. That's all for this episode on the Langara Voice podcast. I'm your host, Samantha Hollomay. Until next time, goodbye.